We all start something with great enthusiasm, but after a few days, that momentum stops and we slip back into old patterns. That disappointment, the failure of abandoning a task halfway through, is often more frustrating than the initial hesitation we felt about starting. If you are currently in this cycle, then this message is for you. Here is the essential truth you must understand. What you desire is an aspiration, not a habit. Aspiration is temporary. Only habits possess the power of consistent, repeated action. Motivation or inspiration is never a reliable foundation for your life. Motivation is merely a fleeting mood. When that wave of motivation passes, the action you started stops with it. You already know what you need: habit or consistent action. You must convert motivation into a system of sustained practice. The real reason you quit: the burden of perfection. You may have felt a spark of inspiration, perhaps from seeing someone else succeed, or realizing the benefits of your own long-held desire. But when you start, you quickly abandon it. The primary reason for this failure is that you seek to do it perfectly from the very beginning. You must accept this fundamental principle. No one can execute anything perfectly on their very first attempt. Once this truth is deeply understood, everything becomes easier. The system for consistency: Abhyasa Yoga. After accepting imperfection, your next step is preparation. You need a system or a method. This is precisely what the Bhagavad Gita teaches in chapter 12, verse 9. Here, Lord Krishna explains how a person can maintain focus and concentration in their duties. For continuous action, the state of the mind is paramount. You must be able to repeatedly fix your attention on the task at hand. The structure is simple: create a system or a routine. By passing the mind through this system, you achieve concentration. That concentration enables you to act consistently until you achieve the desired outcome. Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, "O Arjuna, if you are unable to fix your mind steadily on me, then practice remembering me with devotion, constantly restraining your mind, and bring it back to me again and again." Practice, not perfection. What does this mean for your daily life? If you have something you need to write or a task you need to complete, you must repeatedly remember it and continue doing it whenever you can. Crucially, do not think about achieving perfection or the best possible outcome at the start. You should start small and use the knowledge you possess right now. Do what you can with your current understanding. By doing this repeatedly and sincerely, you become consistent. If, conversely, you spend days worrying about how to perform the task beautifully, the sheer weight of that pursuit of the best way will exhaust you and cause you to stop. Therefore, as Krishna says, strive to remember the goal constantly and act constantly. This turns your effort into a habit, and the habit sustains itself. The power of the gentle return. Decide to act sincerely and constantly, using the best of your knowledge and ability. Put aside the words perfection and best. Focus on what you are capable of doing in that moment. When you do this, your mind is freed from the burden of thought and the fear of achieving a flawless result. Bhagavad Gita 12:9 introduces this practice as Abhyasa Yoga. This principle of Abhyasa, repeated practice, can be applied to any goal. If you want to achieve your worthy goals, the inspiration from watching or hearing others is not enough. That motivation will fade. To be fruitful, you must actually begin the work and repeat it. When you act repeatedly, your mind becomes fixed on the task. Sincere concentration makes the task feel easier. And because it is easier, you can do it constantly, and you become consistent. Consistency brings success.
Motivation and action are two separate things. A motivated A motivated person must translate that motivation into continuous action. You do not need a massive amount of knowledge to start. Use the knowledge you have when you feel inspired and start small. Then think about it and do it again as best as you can. By constantly repeating the action, you become highly skilled and you reach your goal. Never worry about success or how perfectly you can execute the task before you even begin. Just do what you can with sincerity. Whether you are seeking spiritual attainment or achieving your worldly goals, follow the advice of the Lord. Decide to implement Abhyasa Yoga, this invaluable knowledge from the Lord. Decide to implement Abhyasa Yoga, this invaluable knowledge from the Lord, to complete your goals. Simply return to your work every single day. When you do this, you become a person of stability and you will not abandon your work halfway. Even for the body to function properly and stay healthy, a person must perform some form of work, karma. Therefore, use the precious gift of Abhyasa Yoga to achieve your goals and live well. Choose a small goal today. Dedicate a small amount of time